Deadbolt Sports here, coming at you with the college football preview for this week. We'll go ahead and jump right into it. Thursday night game, which we've already given you on some of the other episodes of Deadbolt Daily. South Alabama, we'll take them at home with the points. Right now getting almost a touchdown. I booked it +7 yesterday. So try to get that 7 if you can, but if not, I think the 6.5 will be good. Two pretty evenly matched teams. South Alabama at home, very feisty team. They'll fight. In-state rivalry game here, so we always like to take the points in those games. So got this around a 3-point game, so if you can get that full touchdown, that'd be good. So South Alabama there for Thursday night in the first game. Next up will be Ole Miss at home against Florida. We'll back Ole Miss here. Right now getting 14.5. Again, be sure and grab that at least 14, and this one go ahead and get the 2 full touchdowns. We've got this at about a touchdown game. A lot of hype around Florida. Again, first game of the year. Ole Miss at home. Again, I know the crowds aren't going to be what they normally are, but we think exciting Lane Kiffin's first game. I think there'll be a lot of excitement around this game. So I like the 2 touchdown home underdog there. Next up, Syracuse against Georgia Tech. We like Syracuse here at home, catching 8 last time I looked. Syracuse has an excellent defense. Again, Georgia Tech much improved on offense, but again, Syracuse is just a different animal at home. We like that defense. We think the Syracuse offense will be able to execute a little bit better at home and do just enough, we think, to get the straight-up win here. And they're grabbing 8 at home, so again, another home underdog. Take Syracuse plus the points. Next up, Kansas State, Oklahoma. We like Kansas State here, getting 4 touchdowns. I think a lot of people are focused on the Kansas State Arkansas State game. Arkansas State, don't let them sleep on you. We'll be on them a little later. A pretty good football team. But we'll take Kansas State getting 4 touchdowns here. We've got this at about a 20-point game. So we're getting over a touchdown more than we think we should be here. So we'll back Kansas State plus the 28. Next up, we've got Pittsburgh at home against Louisville. Flat out here, we think Louisville's just a fraud. They got absolutely destroyed at home by Miami. Struggled against Western Kentucky. We think Pitt at home, good home team here. Big game. We've got Pitt favored by about 10 points. So again, we're only having to lay 3. So I like that good spread there, about a 7-point difference. So we'll take Pitt at home against Louisville. Next up, FIU, Florida International, playing Liberty. We'll back Florida International here, getting 6.5 currently. We've got this at about a 3-point game, maybe 2-point game. Liberty, would not be surprised if FIU gets the outright win here. So back Florida International against Liberty. Next up, love this game here. Iowa State, TCU. TCU at home. Love TCU in this spot. Again, I think Iowa State was exposed as being overrated against Louisiana Lafayette week 1. We like TCU at home, getting 2.5. We've got TCU favored by about 7. So we like TCU at home, getting the almost a field goal. Next up, another SEC game, LSU, Mississippi State. We like Mississippi State here, getting 16.5. If you can grab 17, grab 17 if you can. 17's a hot number, so it'd be good to get to 17. I like Mississippi State here. Again, I think this is not the national championship LSU team. Joe Burrow's gone. A lot of pieces from that team's gone. I'm not saying it's not a good team, but again, we like fading the national championship team coming into the next season. Usually there's, and again, we feel like there's a few extra points built in here because this is the defending national championship, so we're getting some value here with Mississippi State, which some of this has been taken out as they opened at a 19.5-point favorite. So again, try to get that 17 if you can. Again, we talked about Arkansas State previously. We will back Arkansas State against Tulsa at home, -2.5 last I saw. Tulsa played Oklahoma State tough, but again, their quarterback went down after one series. I think Oklahoma State's highly overrated. That offensive line is trash. I think Mike Gundy's in trouble this year. But anyway, Arkansas State, a really good football team at home. I think they'll be able to put up some points. Tulsa's offense obviously struggles, so I think Arkansas State can outscore Tulsa here at home and get the cover of the 2.5. Next up, another game that this is one that I just don't understand. UTEP ULM. ULM giving UTEP 10 points here at home. We've got this as basically a pick'em game. UTEP has a veteran offensive line. I think they'll be able to run the ball here, control the clock. So just not sure. Again, we may be proven wrong here. Obviously Vegas is probably smarter than we are sometimes, but we try to think that we're smarter than they are most of the time. So we're going to back UTEP here, getting 10. Again, try to grab that 10. It's a good hot number. So UTEP plus the 10 there. Next up, another game we really like here is Army against Cincinnati. We like Army here, getting 13.5. If you can grab the 14 again, try to grab that 14 with Army. We're showing this as about a field goal difference. We're getting almost 2 touchdowns here. We'll take Army on the road against Cincinnati, getting almost the 2 touchdowns. Couple of games here. I'm going to give you just my opinion on these. Are not plays that I really like, but I just have some indicators that get me off of it. But I know some of you like to bet as many games as possible, or it's a game you're going to be watching, so you want to have a side. So I'm going to give you the best side possible here. If you need to bet this one, take Virginia over Duke. I do like Virginia here. I think they'll easily cover that 5.5, but I've just got some things that just got me off of it. So if you need to bet it, take Virginia. I like Arkansas at home against Georgia. Again, just an opinion, not an official play. And another one, FAU at home against USF. Not sure that this one gets played. Currently, USF is shut down for COVID protocol. So again, I think FAU, like I said, we've got them at about a 2 touchdown favorite. The line is currently 2.5. USF shut down for COVID protocol. I don't know that they'll play, but really like FAU here. But again, I've got an indicator here that gets me off of it. So FAU, doubt that's when you're probably going to be sitting around watching. But if they do play, and you want to bet at FAU. Next game up, it is a play. Boston College at home against Texas State. We'll take Boston College here, -17.5. We've got them at about a 28-point favorite. So a pretty good little difference there. Boston College minus the points. Next up, North Texas against Houston. We will take North Texas plus 22. We've got this at about a 2 touchdown game. They're getting a little over 3, so we'll take North Texas plus the points. Next game up, Missouri at home against Alabama. We like Missouri here. We've got this at about a 2 touchdown game. Alabama's laying almost 4. Again, Alabama's always going to be had some extra points added to them because they do get so much action as a favorite. We do like Missouri here at the home, getting the 4 touchdowns. South Carolina at home against Tennessee. We like South Carolina here. Tennessee laying 3. Historically, Tennessee is always overhyped. They usually disappoint. Peyton Manning is not quarterback in this team. South Carolina always plays well early in the year, usually, especially at home. We think South Carolina really should be the favorite here. So we'll back South Carolina at home, getting the field goal. Next up, we've got all the basement dwellers of the SEC here on the schedule here. We're going to back Vandy here against Texas A&M. Vandy getting 30.5 on the road against Texas A&M. Again, early season game. I feel like Texas A&M again is a really good football team. We feel like they'll come out probably a little slow I'm not sure the motivation will be here for this game against Vanderbilt. Cross-division matchup to start the season. We have it at about a 24-point difference and getting almost an extra touchdown here, so we'll take Vandy plus the points. Next game up is Baylor against Kansas. If you watched any of the Kansas Coastal Carolina game, you'll know why we're on Baylor here. First game of the year for Baylor, so obviously they may come out a little slow, but Kansas is just not a good football team. So we'll take Baylor here. We've got them at about a 26-point favorite, and right now they're laying 16.5. So again, good spread there. So we'll take Baylor at home minus the points. North Carolina State, Virginia Tech. Last play of the week, we will take North Carolina State plus 7. Be sure and try to get that 7. Hot number started at 10, it's already down at 7. We think this should be, closer to about a 3-point game. NC State's got a game under their belt. Got the win at home. We think they'll be able to put up some points here against Virginia Tech. So we'll take NC State plus the touchdown against Virginia Tech on the road. Again, if you're not on the Viget app yet, one of our new sponsors here, go download it, check it out, interact with others, see what other cappers are betting on. You can put your own plays out there. You can place your own bets. Be sure and use RNG20 promo code. That gets you 1,000 free coins to get started. Again, subscribe to the Rambling and Gambling Sports Network to be sure you're getting all the daily videos from me and others up there. Hope y'all have a great weekend. Hopefully be back in a day or two with the NFL preview for the weekend. Talk to you then.